everyone, this is LockOS, and welcome to the livery showcase video showcasing Ace Combat themed skins for the F-5E today. I want to start off this video with a little bit of an oddball. So we do have here it's a skin called the Farbanti Falcons. It's the Federal Region Air Force Farbanti Falcons. Now, this was an old skin that was on the user files. I believe it was made by Mr. Sir 46. However, I can't confirm anything nor provide a link to this skin because it seems like for whatever reason this skin was taken off of the user files. So I don't know I don't know if at this point he's still around. He's probably still around. Obviously, I see him posting stuff recently. But if he watches his videos or anyone knows him. It'd be cool to know if he's working on like a re-theme of this skin or whatnot. But it still looks good. I just wanted to showcase that it's still a skin that at least was there, and I actually do have a copy of it on my PC, obviously, so it's still out and around. But it's a really cool skin. And the main reason why I'm kind of disappointed that like it's not on the user files anymore is because you don't really see like a desert camo of the F-5E in like these colors, where you have like the dark, you have the black, you have like the beige, like a light gray sandish color, and then you have that burnt umber color, and those alternating in like a stripe pattern like this. Plus also the squadron leader here with like the red wingtips and the red tail tip is also really cool. And only difference from this to compared to this one right here is again with a more quote-unquote the standard skin or the operational skin. For the rest of them, they don't have any of the red wingtips or the red tail tips. But it's still a really cool skin. Hopefully, I believe it's Mr. Sir who created this. The only other one I know who could have possibly have made it, other than Mr. Sir, was Billy the Kid. But I'm pretty certain it was Mr. Sir 46 who created this. So hopefully, he comes out and re-releases his skin someday, or maybe he didn't realize he accidentally deleted it and puts it back up. Who knows? But in either case, it's a fun little skin. Just wanted to showcase it for this video. Moving on, we actually get to a kind of an important skin for any Ace Combat fan. It's the starting the Wardog Squadron. This is their the F-5E was their starting aircraft in Ace Combat 5, and user NakamuraKanako made skins for each of the Wardog members. So we have Blaze's skin here with the right board. He has the right tail number 16 for Blaze. It's pretty much a one-to-one recreation of the Ace Combat 5 skin, where you have sort of the different tones of gray with a little bit of blue mixed in. OC and Air Force written on the side. You can even see Blaze's pilot's name written up. Blaze's name written on the aircraft up front. 016 on the tail number up front. Wardog symbol in the back. OADF markings. All that fun stuff. And you have one for Blaze right here, and I'll showcase both sides of the aircraft. And then we have Davenport's. You have archers. You have Grim and archers here. Obviously, on I believe the mission it was the fourth mission, First Flight, where he actually pulls us out of the hangar, and you have to protect him as he gets airborne. He pulls out Bartlett's F-5E, and they actually do recreate that with the Heartbreak 1 card on the nose, which is pretty cool. Looking forward to when eventually the F-4E releases to get a Bartlett skin for that one. We have Wardog emblem up there, OADF markings again. Otherwise, there's nothing other than the Heartbreak 1 card marking on the front. Nothing too different than the other ones. And lastly, we have K-Nagase's. So, also we Wardog skin, also made by NakamuraKanako. We have the Wardog SP skin. This is, I believe, based off of either the F-5E or the F-200, the F-20 Tiger Shark special skin, where it was an all-blue skin on the aircraft. and it's a really sharp skin. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't fly with this too much. I mean, it is a bit monotone, but it is still pretty cool that they actually created another F-5E skin for the game that was based off of one found in Ace Combat 5. Moving on to more Ocean skins, we have from the Mr. Sir 46, the 303rd, I'm going to butcher pronunciation of this one, Pterolycus Squadron. It's really cool. I think I'm going to say that the airport code of HL stands for Hierarch Airbase, so it's pretty cool to get a skin from Hierarch. You get high-vis OCN markings. There are 2 aircraft with this skin pack, 084 and 083 in the back. They're 2 different pilots. The skin tone I like also because it's more of an Arctic. It's a bit of an Arctic skin where you sort of have the very light tones of gray all throughout it. And also on the tail you have the Ocean little flag and high-vis markings, which is also pretty nice. It's a simple skin, but with I want to see if the F-5Es simple skins are also pretty cool. And over here we have bird number 83, different pilot name written down, so you can have 2 different skins for your Ocean S-5Es. Moving on to ISAF, we actually have Mobius 1. Now, it's funny you mentioned I mentioned that we also have the Wardog skin. Early on, I believe in Ace Combat 5, one of the earlier aircraft you could unlock is the F-5E, and they actually recreated that skin in this too. So this is the Independent State Allied Forces F-5 Tiger by Mr. Sir 46, and like I said, this is a recreation of Mobius's one skin for the F-5E in Ace Combat 4. So it's a really cool 3-tone camouflage where you have the light gray as a base coat, and then you sort of have a lighter, like a light faded blue and a more darker blue in this snakeskin, the striped pattern going from the nose to the tail. And it's a really cool skin in Ace Combat 4, and it's faithfully recreated here. ISAF markings, you have I'm not quite sure what that marking is. It's probably ISAF Strategic Air Command. Like the little red detail around the exhaust doors on the engines. Nice big port number up there. I don't know if this is a dynamic port number or not, but overall it's a really cool looking aircraft. Nice bold coloration. And also you have the ISAF high-vis marking on the wing. The ISAF high visibility rondels on the wings and on the nose, towards right below the cockpit. Moving on to another ISAF skin. This time from AWACS Bandog, we have the 56th Fighter Squadron Hind Hunters, and these are based out of San Salvacon. There's an Ace variant here that's on display currently. Dynamic port numbering, and probably dynamic port numbering on the previous skin now that I think about it. But anyways, going on to keep on with this skin, you have dynamic port numbering with up there on the nose. The Ace variant has kill marks on the left of the nose for airborne targets, and actually on the right side he has kill markings for ground targets on the right side. So that's pretty cool. You have different kill marks on different sides. You can definitely tell this was from San Salvacon because you have that Forever San Salvacon art on the side, which is pretty neat. Working your way also on the right, you have, it looks like in very faded text, SSAF, which probably stands for San Salvacon Air Force. But it's really cool because obviously since they joined ISAF, you can definitely see that they've kind of it's faded and they're painted over it. So it's a really cool touch that they have that that faded San Salvacon Air Force marking there. You have high visibility ISAF rondel on towards the tail, ISAF markings there, SS for San Salvacon, and the San Salvacon flag up above. Really cool checkerboard marking on the top of the tail. And then going to the other side of the tail, again, more ISAF high visibility rondels. The Hind Hunter Squadron marking on the right on the left intake, which is pretty cool. It's not on the right air intake, so it's just on the left one. And the Reaper call sign and the Reaper art on that is pretty cool. Now going over to the standard or art skin for the rest of the pilots in the squadron. They don't have the tail. They don't have obviously the kill markings. Dynamic port numbers still there. Squadron patches still on the left air intake. High vis ISAF rondels all around. You still have that faded San Salvacon Air Force marking on the middle of the fuselage. It's really cool skin. I really like how on both of these on these skins you have this really interesting base teal coat, or it looks like to be a combination of like a teal coat, an olive drab coat, and then sort of this like burnt umber coat. It becomes like a really interesting, like sort of like mountainous. I almost kind of get the feeling this is a really cool camouflage for like a pine, like a pine forest, or like an evergreen pine forest, mountainous area. It's a really cool skin to like hide in there, and also just really distinctive coloration you don't see in a lot of other aircraft. Moving on to Ustio. Oh, and if I didn't say, AWACS Bandog made the Hind Hunter skin, if I forgot to mention that. Moving on to the next squadron, we have the 43rd Auxiliary Fighter Unit from Ustio, and this is the Lamia team, and this is made by Mr. Sir 46. Again, with a lot of his Ustio skins, especially for the Auxiliary Air Force, there's 3 different skins, and one represents, and each one is has a fixed tail number for each aircraft because they're all individual pilots. So this one here, we have kill markings on the side of the cockpit, its own fixed air tail number, shark mouth, nose on either side. It's a really cool two-tone, like lighter gray, darker gray coloration. Go on this side so you can see it a little bit better. You have the shark emblem on the tail, which is pretty cool. The next one in the squadron, he has his kill markings and nationality flag. Not too much nose art on this one, but I think I like this coloration a little bit more, where you sort of like this light gray, you have then like a light blue, and like a sort of lighter, like a slightly darker gray. It's a really cool color combination. Go over here, you can see the tail again. Similar tail layout as the other one. Shark emblem, Ustio rondels popping pop really nicely on these lighter colors. And moving to the last member of the squadron, taking a radical break from the light gray base of the other two. This one has like a light sand gray base, and then it's like a bit of a darker coating of like a darker green, like a darker brown on this one. Again, you have kill markings up there on either side. Ustio the high-vis Ustian rondels. Also, each of these units have, behind the tail number on the tail, you have the Ustian 6th Air Division emblem for the mercenary outfit, Valet Air Base or VL code, which is also good, and you also have the Lamia emblem right there on the tail. So that takes care of the 43rd Squadron for Mr. Sir. He also has created a really interesting setup with this. This is one of many of the 2nd Tactical Fighter Squadron, and in lore it's supposed to be a training squadron, and like each of the instructor and each of the pilots in it have a different aircraft. One of the training aircraft is a F-5E Tiger II, another one's an F-4E, another an A-4E, and then like the other rest of the aircraft are all L-39s. So it's a pretty cool mix of aircraft in like one squadron. Obviously it's a training squadron, so leader probably has their leader has a different aircraft, which is pretty cool. So you have the 2nd Tactical Fighter Squadron emblem on the left air intake right there behind the formation light. A really cool black and white checkerboard on the tail up there. I do believe that's also a dynamic number up top, which is pretty cool. But he has a fixed number also down below here on the front of the cockpit. So you might want to, if you just clear out the tail number in the mission editor, it won't show up with anything. You have BD for their airbase code. Not quite sure what that is. But you also have the high-vis Ustio markings, UAF Air Force marking on the right wing, Tiger Shark mouth on the front, and all of this is topped off nicely with a nice stripe, nice light gray, darker gray stripe coating, which is pretty cool for both like winter and mountain flying. And lastly, on this F-5E here, this is it seems here like we've actually gotten in this skin pack. We actually have all of the protagonists of 4, 5, and 0's F-5E skins, because this is the Galm One skin, done by legoheli, and this is basically this is the skin you get when you fly the F-5E for an Ace Combat 0. So, I have the Galm marking on the front. Otherwise, it's a standard gray aircraft all around. High-vis USDO markings on the wings and on the tail. Valet Airbase. There you have Cypher's tail code of 032. You have USDO marking. You have USDO's 6th Air Division marking behind that tail code. Overall, it's a simple skin, but it's really cool that you have Galm One's F-5E also faithfully implemented in game, along with skins for Mobius's one and the good old Wardog Squadron. So, with that said, that's all the F-5E skins I wanted to show today. I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep on trying to poke around for Mr. I'll try to keep on poking around to see if I can't find what happened with the Farbanti Falcons skin. I do, like I said, I remember it was on the user files for a long time, but whenever I went to recently look for it, I couldn't find it again. So we'll see if it's just been taken down for like repairs or maintenance or whatever happened to it. So until next time, this is Laco S signing out. Remember that links to these skins can be found in the description down below. Until next time, see you around.